I love Batman detective stories, but I also love when he gets down. And there's a few times when Batman does get down, you know what I'm saying? He still doesn't play. Alright, y'all, so this time I'm going to be reviewing Batman The Long Halloween, the animated joint that just dropped. And you know what, it's so funny because I just ordered the graphic novel not too long ago. I've had this for like a couple of months now, see? And I did read it. And I really enjoyed it because I found out that The Long Halloween, Chris Nolan actually used a lot of that for The Dark Knight. That was like a lot of his inspiration. So a lot of people talked about it, you know, it's real popular. And when I read it, I couldn't put it down. I read the whole thing probably within maybe like an hour, hour and a half maybe. You know what I'm saying? It was a page turn. I could not put it down. So with that being said, when it comes to animated movies based off of graphic novels, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to get it right. And you're not going to get the same feeling that you got when you read the graphic novel. So I came into this with somewhat low expectations just because the graphic novel was so crazy. It is hot. You know what I mean? Watching this, it was kind of what I expected. But they did add a lot of the story more than I thought they were going to add. I said they probably did about 45% of the graphic novel so far, because this is only part 1. And I don't know when part 2 is going to drop, but as far as part 1, they probably took about 45% maybe, which is good, because a lot of times they don't even, for example, what's the one Batman animated joint, The Killing Joke. They probably use like a small portion of The Killing Joke, the actual graphic novel in the animated joint, and that was trash. This one was actually not bad. It's not great. I'm not even going to say it's really good, but I enjoyed it. I think this is going to be one of those where the fans are going to be divided, where I think people are either going to love it or they're going to hate it. I fall in the middle where I didn't love it or hate it. I thought it was okay. I thought it was decent. The first thing that threw me off was the animation. Okay, the animation to me, now mind you, I'm not an animation expert by any way, shape, or form, but to me, it seemed like it was digital 2D, because it's supposed to be 2D animation, but it seemed like it was digital 2D. It was just a little too clean, a little bit too crisp. It seemed a little CG-ish, but it was 2D though, you know what I mean? To me, the best animation as far as Batman goes is the animated series. You're never going to top that, but with the animated joints, you can just tell when it's hand-drawn and when I think it's something digital like this, because it seems like the characters had no life, you know what I mean? So the actors are doing the voice, you know, the voiceovers or whatever, the voice acting, but it doesn't seem to match the facial expressions of the animated characters, if that makes sense. So when somebody's screaming, it's like, God damn it, I don't know what's going on. I'm just so frustrated right now. I don't know if that's a good example, but it just seemed like the characters had no personality. So it took me a while to adjust to the animation and to the voice acting. Even the voice acting at first seemed kind of wooden, you know what I mean? But as the movie went on, I got used to it, I adjusted, and I ended up having a good time with it. I enjoyed it. Now, this is not a Batman movie where you're going to see a lot of action. This is more of a detective story. Okay, this is almost like The Godfather meets, what's a good detective story, like Seven or something like that. It's like The Godfather meets Seven, okay? Because it has a lot to do with the mafia and gang-related shit, and it's a detective story. So I love Batman detective stories, but I also love when he gets down. And there's a few times when Batman does get down, you know what I'm saying? He still doesn't play. But it was all right, you know what I'm saying? It was decent. It was decent. I'm not going to say I loved it. The graphic novel is still superior, which in a lot of cases it is. But I think that if you're a fan of the graphic novel, I think you will have some enjoyment in here. And if you're a fan of the DC animated joints, I think you will enjoy it somewhat. But it does have pacing issues. It's really slow at times, so it might bore you. But if you don't mind a good detective story, I think you might like this. So with that being said, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I'm going to give Batman The Long Halloween, I give it a B-. I thought it was straight, you know what I'm saying? And now I get to see what my peers say about it. And so yeah, but check out the graphic novel though. There's actually a sequel to this too. It's this one. There's another one called Dark Victory, which is, like I said, the sequel to this one. So check those out, and looking forward to part 2. So yeah, B- is what I got for The Long Halloween. What did you guys think? Comment freely below. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.